You just click it once and I think it'll start recording. Yeah, it's recording. Great.
It is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's both recording. And then I use these as backup anyways. All right, on the count of 3, can we just clap together so I have a sync point? Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. So now it's good.
Okay.
That's it. No problem. Yeah. So you're saying BB-chan? You said there was a lot of young kids screaming BB-chan.
Yeah, I kept hearing BB, and BB, I'd never heard her called BB-chan before.
Really?
So I was like, okay, that works. BB-chan. But I mean, you were supposed to come and then you were late.
Yeah.
And I got there and I saw all the Candy Tune fans there, and I'm like, oh, the hell with this. I mean, I'm not, and I'm sitting there going, they're not going to come for 45 minutes. I'm not going to get into this scrum of people who are trying to get as close as they can to the stage.
Yeah.
Plus, I go, I'm here for the Christmas market, so instead I went and had a beer.
Yeah.
And then I just came back. I'm like, okay, well, there are a million people here now. So if you saw the video that I eventually sent to you,
Yeah.
everything's shot from the back.
Back,
I basically went behind the stage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fine. I go, it's not like I'm going to meet her, and it's not like I'm going to get anywhere close to where
She would recognize you from the past.
Right. So I was like, oh, forget it.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing as the one time I went to see Kurishite.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's a billion fans here.
Yeah.
You know, and then they had just made up all these rules about how you had to pre-register. You couldn't even buy CDs unless you had pre-registered on their website and all this nonsense.
It's Japan, man.
Yeah, but the thing was, and the reason I went was they originally set it up as, we want to cultivate as many new fans as possible. So please come and check us out.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I get there and then I realize that they're calling numbers. I'm like, what are these numbers? So I go on the website and I see they'd put in this new rule the weekend before, because what was happening was people were lining up early and then buying as many tickets as they could and then scalping them.
Oh, man.
So they had to put in these rules where with every ticket you buy, you had to have like a facial recognition. It was ridiculous.
I know. I don't know. So
I just want a CD, man. I like their songs. I wanted to meet one of the members, but
Yeah.
I mean, that was obviously impossible. I'm like, can I just buy a CD? No, not without a number. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm not going to be a fan of your group anymore.
No, I mean it's so bad. Japan is so backwards sometimes, and I guess scalping. I mean, I guess I can understand wanting to like stop scalpers, but I mean, who are there really that many scalpers? Are there really that many people doing it?
But the other thing is, you get these fans who want to take advantage and then somehow profit off of the group, and it makes it less enjoyable.
No, that's true.
And guys like you and me, we're kind of spoiled because we have been going to see groups that play in these small venues.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean, yeah.
And we get to meet everybody. And
no, I mean, that's the whole point.
Close and personal.
Yeah.
And even AKB, you know, we had the handshake events and all that. Where we
early on,
meet
before they
members.
became...
You know, and I was lucky because I was with Wasamin, and Wasamin never had a long line, so I got to know her really well.
Yeah.
And of course, I was one of her first fans, too. So back when she didn't have any fans, she had this, you know, foreigner coming up to her, and she was like ecstatic.
Yeah. Really special and different.
I always said that she was like some of the fans would say she's a bigger fan of you than you are of her. So, yeah. But so when you go to these things where there's, you know, like thousands of fans and you can't get anywhere near the stage and there's a billion rules and you can't even do a handshake.
No, I mean, what's the point, right? What is the freaking point?
That's the whole appeal of idols to me in the first place. And as much as I like those two groups, and Candy Tune, I just know the one song.
Yeah.
But Kurishite, I know all of their songs. I like all of them. I think they're great. But it's the same situation. They're very popular. It's impossible to meet the members. And when you go there, you're just in this sea of people.
Yeah.
And it's
And you also have in the sea of people, you have more like of the crappy fans, right? Because there's kind of more of an anonymity, and it's just everybody's desperate to go get as much time as they can.
it's casual fans.
Yeah.
These are fans that never discover groups. They're fans
Of whatever's popular at the time.
Right. So I mean, it was kind of like, I forget what year it was, but there was a point in AKB where all of a sudden they went from their niche fan base to like every teenager was now coming to the theater.
Yeah.
It was, and I used to make the comment. I go, I guess these kids all graduated from Pokemon cards, and now they're into AKB.
No, that's true.
I'd see all these young kids, and I think one year I came, and it was like, the whole what word am I looking for? The demographic had changed. It had skewed much younger. And I'll never forget this one time where, and I don't know why they did this. They have these 2 boxes of like those complimentary tissue that they hand out like at train stations. They had 2 boxes of these tissue with like Kashiwagi's face on it. And they just dropped them in the middle of the handshake event. And people were diving.
For some Kleenex that they would otherwise not care about.
I still have mine. Yeah, and the only reason I got one is because in the scrum, one flew out right at me, and I just picked it up. Like a bunch of hyenas.
No, I mean So here's the thing. I don't know if I told the story, but like, remember I was backstage at an AKB event one time.
Yeah.
For the court. So they had lined us up all against the wall. And like, okay, the members they're literally coming off the stage, and they just line up against the wall. They didn't tell us you have to stay against the wall, but everybody's just patiently waiting. And I remember the members start coming down, and here comes Kashiwagi down the stairs, and everybody just completely loses their sense of like, like discipline. They all come flooding, rushing into her, like, oh hi, Owen, and and then she's just like, the members are all, I'm sure they're trained and like, they're always on. They know,
Some are better than others.
Yeah, some are better than others.
I could tell
naturally.
you some stories about that.
But yeah, they just all of a sudden suddenly all bum rush her, and she's super great with them. But I just remember being the one guy on the wall, just being like, what the hell? Like all of a sudden y'all just lost all sense of like just being mature, because this person just came off the stage. She came off the stage, don't bother her,
Right, but that was at the point in.
That was in the point.
That was at the point in their tenure where they had already become hugely popular. The first time I went to see the first time I went to Japan was not to see AKB. It was to see.
The first time you came to Japan was before the New York stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so you had just come to Japan just because. Oh, for Morning Musume.
I came to see Morning Musume.
Oh, really?
And I knew about AKB because this girl I knew online.
Yeah.
I think she was a girl. Yeah, I never actually.
But you still don't know.
Yeah, who knows? But it was some girl that I was talking to online. She was a big Cute fan, and she was trying to get me into Cute. And then when Aitakata came out, she sent me the Aitakata video.
Okay. And what was your first impression? That was the first time you had ever heard of AKB at all? Aitakata?
Yes.
Okay. Because I got
Here's a new popular group that you might like.
Cool. I've never heard this story from you, so.
So I was like, I like them. They're cool. And of course, I thought Maida was adorable.
No, Maida, she was so...
In that music video, forget about it.
Back then, she just had that perfect, like, bubbly face.
Yeah.
She stood out so, like...
So, you'll love this story. I can't believe I haven't told you
No,
this.
I've never heard...
On my first trip, I was talking to some guy who helped foreigners get tickets.
To the theater?
No.
Oh, just in general?
In general.
Ah.
And he got me all my... It was actually Hello Project Winter
Concert.
2008.
Okay.
And I said, and I had no idea how AKB worked.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about that.
Yes.
I said, by the way...
But you knew they existed?
I knew they existed.
Okay.
I said, can you get me AKB tickets.
Ah.
He said, sure.
Yes. And this was back at the theater when you had to line up outside or whatever.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So he says, what night do you want? And he says, they're playing this night, this night, this night, and this night.
Ah.
And I said, well, I only need to see them once. So give me, I chose the last night.
Yeah.
What I didn't know until the show started
Well.
was this was the first request hour.
Oh, really?
And the ticket I got, which I spent 2,000 yen on,
No, was the first request.
was 25 to 1.
What? Okay, so it wasn't even in the theater. You got
This was
requests.
at Shibuya.
I had literally.
At Shibuya.
I can't show this, but I am getting like goosebumps.
And the thing
No
that bummed
way.
me out was I couldn't have gone to the first two shows, but I could have gone to the third
one.
show and the fourth show. And I said, I don't need a ticket for the third show because it's probably just going to be the same thing anyway.
And looking back on it now, you're like, damn it.
I wish I had gone to that show.
So the first theater show I ever went to was for Himawari Gumi, right? It was like a mishmash show, right?
Right.
And so I go to the show, I go in and watch the thing, and then everybody goes up, we watch, and then they spit us back out, and then we have to get back up the escalators to go do high touch, right?
Right.
And I remember we all went outside, and they all start lining up again. I'm like, what are you guys doing? He's like, oh, high touch. And I'm like, oh, well, Maida Asuka wasn't there.
Right.
So no interest for me. I'm like, oh, Maida's not here, whatever. And so I'm just like, do I really want to go for the high? It was late. It was like 8, 9 o'clock. It was dark. I was like, fuck it. I just left. Left, never going back up for the high touch.
So was this like early high touch?
Yes.
So they had stopped it for a period of time.
Yeah, I don't. This was like 2000. I want to say 7.
So this
is my
was,
second.
Yeah, so they must have been doing high touch.
This was my
in the beginning, and then they stopped because when I started going to see the group, they weren't doing high touch, and it wasn't until I think 2010 that they started doing it. So it must have. I didn't know that they had done it early because the first time I saw a theater show was in 2008.
Yeah. This was my second trip. My first trip was 2006 with my family, and I didn't do anything like idol related at all. And then the second time I went, I was by myself. I'm like, well, I'm just going to just go try all these things out. Yeah, and then to finish, I didn't go back up, and then I left, and then I go back now, and I watched the see who was there that day. Like I remember Kobayashi Kana was there, and because I thought she was Maida Asuka at first, I was like, is that her? But for sure, if I look back on it, Shinoda Mariko was there and Oshima Yuko were there for sure.
Right.
And I just remember him saying high touch, and I was like, high touch. I mean, like, what am I gonna get out of a high touch? I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna see them, and like I didn't have any Japanese skill at the time, and what was I gonna say? And it was like 2 seconds anyway. Like, I don't need it. I just left, completely left. Never follow through. It's one of my, I don't think I regret it, but it's one of my biggest, like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking back then?
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't have any regrets like that. I did leave, not request hour, so Senkyo early. The one where it poured rain on it.
That was in Yokohama.
Yeah, no. It was at
that wasn't
Ajinomoto. Yeah.
That's the one with Mayu won?
No.
Oh, it's before?
It was.
I remember going to
Who won at Ajinomoto? It was when Mayu won.
Yeah, Mayu, right?
Yeah, it was when
That's
Mayu
what I'm saying,
won.
Mayu, and then it was raining
the
today
rain
because
started.
I stayed.
And I had floor seats, and it was
I wasn't.
awful
I was right under the covering.
No,
Perfect.
I was on the field, and it was horrible. And I was worried that my passport was going to get ruined, and that my wallet was going to get ruined, and all my money was going to get ruined, and my shoes were going to get ruined, and that stupid pink poncho they gave us did nothing. That oily poncho. And I just felt awful. I can't sit here. I made it, I think, to like number 14.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
brutal.
bailed. And Wasamin had already been called, so I didn't, she was the main reason I was there.
Yeah.
So I left. No, the Yokohama one was that the first time Sashi won?
I don't remember. I just
Sashi won because I remember when they called Jarina and she didn't win. All the SKE fans just got up and left.
but Mayu was after Sashi, right? Mayu, because like
Yeah.
Sashi was like, I'm not participating this year or something like that, right? And then that's when.
No. I think Mayu beat Sashi.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. I really don't. But you were saying about your the 25th. You went to the 25 to 1. That was at Shibuya AX.
Yeah, at Axe.
Yeah, and then he got you tickets, and you just went to that.
For 2,000 yen.
Yeah, just on a whim, you just went.
Yeah.
And then, how was that experience? Like, what do you remember from that?
I remember feeling like it was my first concert. Because all my morning Musume stuff
Was later.
Was after. So it was my first ever concert, and it was snowing.
Outside.
It snowed really badly on the third night.
So there was still like on the floor and everything from
Right,
the next.
but on the floor, it was still snow, but it wasn't snowing at the time of the concert. But I was freezing, and I walk in. I didn't know what to expect. I'm the only person there that I can see that's not Japanese.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I'm being stared at. I don't know where to stand.
Yeah.
And I just felt uncomfortable the whole time.
No, that's something that's really lucky. I'd like just people just assume I'm Japanese until I talk.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I picked this off later, and I've taught a couple other people about this because when you first experience people staring at you like that, you start feeling like I don't belong here, and it's not that.
It's not.
It's not that.
They're just curious.
They're curious.
Yeah.
They actually want to talk to you.
Right.
But they don't know how to approach you.
Yeah.
They're afraid to approach you. Because the first time I went I have another friend who I took to a handshake event for the first time, and people were staring at him. And he got, what the hell are you staring? I'm like, dude, relax. I go, they're interested in you.
Yeah.
They don't want to fight you.
Yeah.
They don't want to beat you up.
Yeah.
They actually want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I learned that once because I was being stared at by a bunch of rough-looking guys once at an SKE event, and they walked up to me. One of them walked up to me.
Yeah. And was like,
I was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt.
yeah.
He's like, "You like Iron Maiden?" And I'm like, "Yeah, me too." And then he walked back to his friends, and they all looked at me and waved. I'm like, they just want to talk to you. So I mean, that was a long time ago. Learning lessons of how things work. But and that's what I was getting at, and I got completely sidetracked. Is back in the early days, the fandom was a lot more close knit.
Yeah.
So when a new fan came into the fold,
they
taught you the etiquette
Yeah.
of being an AKB48 fan. Once the group blew up,
Yeah, it's impossible.
that family, close knit, let's teach that all went out.
Yeah, it's
the window.
a floodgates of just.
So that's why you had fans that were much harder to control, who they had to create a zillion rules. They didn't have most of those rules in the beginning, but as the group got bigger, they had to, which leads us back
to what we're talking about.
And
about why we follow groups that like smaller.
Right, because the rules are much more flexible.
Yeah.
It's like, 30 seconds, 45 minutes.
What's the big deal? Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you mentioned this kind of stuff.
Oh, the girl puts her arm around you in the two-shot. Hey, who cares?
Yeah. It's the why can't we have nice? This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah.
Right. Because you can when everyone's behaving, everybody knows each other. Hey, there's Chris. Hey, there's.
And they taught me the rules about the theater. Don't hang out in the back of the theater. Don't start seeking out the members at stuff like that.
Yeah.
The
fans kind of police themselves.
The fans police themselves.
Right.
And I got into an argument online with a bunch of fans. Oh, hey, I'm just a foreigner, so I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but then you make all of us look like jerks.
That's an important point.
I'm here telling you what the etiquette is.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here going, I'm not going to follow it.
Because I want.
This is my chance of a lifetime.
Exactly. And that's a very dangerous mentality.
Right. Anyway.
No, I mean, this is stuff that I would I want to tell people, but it's like, am I just going around lecturing people, don't do this? And they're like, why are you telling me that?
No,
like, I want them to hear it from other people, like, who have lived it in.
No, I can't remember the context, but I think it was somebody had started a thread on Stage 48 about the back of the theater, and that's where the girls hang out. And then I interjected, hey, you're not supposed to do that. And then, right, all of a sudden, a bunch of accusations.
Yeah, like, why are you the one?
Yeah, I'm the snob all of a sudden. And I was like, I said, I wasn't even being a jerk. I was basically, this is what they taught me when I was
you protect the...
And instead of saying, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know, that's a great, valuable piece of advice, it was like, oh, I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, it's about, like, fitting in, right? It's about Japan, everybody goes along with the group.
Right, right.
Learns the, like, what do they say?
Right. There's a way, right, there's a group mentality.
Right.
That happens generally in society.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm even guilty once in a while.
No, sure. But the cool thing is you're living here, you're working here. So I don't think most Americans can do that, right? They can't fit into the society because you're going to, like, drinking parties and getting drunk with Japanese people after work and stuff,
Yeah, because I made it a point of wanting to intermingle with the culture.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn Japanese, as bad as I still am at it. I wanted to become friends with Japanese people. I wanted to do Japanese
I still this summer we went to the Taiso in the morning, the radio Taiso, and be part of the community.
Yeah.
And then the old lady's like, "Do you guys want to come to do Tai Chi with us?"
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then we would go to Tai Chi for another 30 minutes.
I was planning on going Tai Chi during this winter holiday.
Yeah.
But frankly, at 7 a.m., it's still kind of dark out. I don't know if I want to go walk, and it's really cold in the morning. So it's like, do I really want to go over to that park in the dark to do Tai Chi? Yeah. But no, that's exactly it. There's a reason why I live where I live.
Yeah.
It's always people's goal. Oh, I want to live in Tokyo, and every time I go to Tokyo, I'm like, I'm glad I don't live in Tokyo.
Nah, it's like so many tourists. I mean, I have a joke now because you've seen the Dune movies, right?
No.
Okay.
But I'll tell the joke.
Well,
I may still get it.
In Dune, there's these, like, sandworms, and they go to the sandworm area, and you can't walk like normal people because the sandworms will feel the vibrations, and they'll come and try to eat you.
I saw Tremors, so it's the same thing.
So you have there's a part in the movie where they specifically teach you have to walk at, like, this, like, irregular walking pattern where you're like step, sidestep, and, like, it's this weird, like, thing they're actually teaching the main character.
Right.
That's my joke whenever I go to, like, Shibuya or, like, Harajuku, is that you can't walk like a normal person. You gotta, like, dance in between people and
because nobody knows.
And everyone's just like
exactly. In the beginning, I was always amazed by that.
Yeah. I
go, how can they walk in these big convergences of people and they don't all run into each other? Because there's a certain rhythm. Because I'd be sitting there dodging people. And then I learned some tricks on how to do it, and I have to deal with it, of course, every day during the morning commute, especially. Because it's so crowded in the train station, especially when I need to transfer. But you learn the rhythm, and you learn don't be staring down at your phone unless you want to just get run over. And you have to learn kind of anticipating everything in front of you.
It's true.
Even though inevitably somebody will always come out of nowhere and all of a sudden be boom. I'm like, oh, asshole, jerk off. What are you doing? You're not following the etiquette.
No, I mean that's just Japanese. Like, as wrong as it is sometimes. But it's interesting how different it is from, like, America's.
Right.
Like, let's stand out. Let's be different. You're a one in a million.
Right, and I don't want to say I like being kind of on an island here. And to be honest with you, Okinawa has seen a big influx of foreigners over the past 2-3 years. Where when I came here, you could probably have counted on 2 hands how many foreigners lived here.
Yeah.
But now there are a lot more. I see them a lot more often. Even in this neighborhood. But none of them go to Radio Taiso. And when we had Bonodori, there's one other that comes. But he's married to a Japanese woman.
Yes.
So, but he doesn't dance like I do. He just watches and eats. I dance.
Yeah. So good.
But no, you're right. And that was something in the beginning. I used to not go to the parties, and then I realized I should really go to the parties. So I started going to the parties, and to be honest, sometimes they can be a bit on the pricey side to go to these Christmas holiday parties and summer parties and end of the year parties. But they're a lot of fun, and the foods, they usually pick really nice restaurants. So you're like getting to eat a meal that you'd never eat on your own. You're like, wow, this is like that yellowtail shabu shabu I had the other night. It's incredible. I never knew that you could eat sashimi and shabu shabu. It was delicious. And I'd never experienced that restaurant without going to one of those parties. But inevitably after party they want to party more because they have just enough alcohol. Everybody has just enough alcohol in them to want to go to a snack bar and drink more and sing karaoke. And the other night, because I had had plenty to drink, I kept screaming. I go, "Why don't you guys sing anything from the Showa era? Why is everything from the last 10 years? You guys are old. You're all singing Kinky Kids and Green and stuff like that."
Green. Yeah.
I'm like, sing something from the 70s. From the 70s, come on. They don't. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I told you that like I said, I learned that about the snack bar where they just keep topping off your drink. Like your drink's always full.
Yeah.
Like there's some woman running around, "Oh, your drink, you've taken 2 sips? Oh, let me grab." There you go.
And then everybody got drunk, you said?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little glass. It's filled with ice. And I don't know. Actually, one of the rounds that she topped me off, it tasted like she just put whiskey in there. I go, "This is all whiskey. There's no soda in this." I go, "Well, I made it home okay." I was talking to you when I got home.
Yeah.
It was like midnight. I was sitting there chatting with you.
So yeah, it's you're basically here, right? I mean,
well, I'm still not a permanent resident,
Yeah.
and with the new prime minister and her gang, they're trying to make it more difficult to become a permanent resident. And first of all, they're making it more expensive to renew your visa. Now, luckily, I got an extended visa last time, and so I don't have to worry about that. But that's not my biggest concern. The second thing they want to do is they want to make sure that you've paid all of your insurance and taxes in order to renew your visa. And now what they're saying they're going to do is they're forcing you to have a pension.
Oh, pension.
Pension in order to renew your visa.
Oh, really?
Now, I've never had a pension because I have an account in America that kind of functions as that for me. But they're going to force me to have a pension in order to stay. I'm like, fine. But I still haven't done it yet. I have to go down to City Hall and just start it. And they may make me pay back pay on the pension. But we'll find out. And then the fourth thing is, and those are just to renew your visa. That's not even permanent resident. That's just short-term resident. They're going to want, I don't know how they're going to make this work. That's just in discussion. But in order to become permanent resident, you're going to need to pass some sort of language proficiency.
Yeah.
They're in discussion about that now. But that's not going to come up for me for a while because, I mean, technically I could be eligible in another year or two for permanent residency. But one of the other things I learned is that if you were ever late on a payment to either your taxes or your insurance in the last 5 years, no permanent residence.
Really?
So, and about 3 years ago or so, I made a late payment. So I got to wait for that to lapse.
Really?
Wait till that extends past 5 years before I can even apply for permanent residency. So what I'll do is I'll renew my visa and get probably a 5-year next time. And then at some point during that tenure, I'll apply for permanent residency. That's the plan. Yeah, I have no plan on going back. I mean, what am I going to go back to? I don't have a job there.
Yeah.
I don't have a place to live there. I don't have any furniture or clothes or property or anything there. The only evidence you have is a bank account. I have a bank account, a passport, and but I don't even use the bank account anymore. It's just savings for me. But yeah, what would I go back to? I mean, insurance is all of a sudden going to be sky high. And what type of job would I get? Where would I live? I mean, California is like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an old guy. I mean, what job? I work at the Walmart.
I don't know. There's a guy who was working at a grocery store like during the holidays, and everybody donated him like $1 million.
Yeah. I doubt I'd get $1 million. I worked at a grocery store when I was a kid. It was fun. Loved it. Grocery store's a union job. You can get decent money there.
But you've been doing this all yourself, right? Navigating the whole like renewal process and all this.
I'm in the beginning. No, I mean sometimes when I worked for one company, they did all the groundwork for renewing the visa.
But I remember you had to like go to some office and like take your day off so you can go turn in whatever forms or fill out whatever.
Right. Well, like I said, one company I worked for did that. And actually, when I first came, the school that I went to handled that. But aside from that, and every year I had to renew my visa. Aside from those 3 years. I had to do it myself. It's not hard to do. It's just a pain.
Yeah.
Because the form's easy to fill out, and you have to. I mean, there's certain other things that you have to do, but then the trick is having to stand in line for ridiculously long waits, in order to turn in your documentation, and then you have to go in a second time to pick up your visa. You know, luckily here in Saitama, we have a satellite office here, and there's a trick at that office that somebody taught me, and makes the wait. Last time I went, 5 minutes out the door, no wait. So somebody taught me that trick. But if you go to Tokyo, forget about it. You're going to be there for hours.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny how efficient Japan is, but like just inefficient in a bunch of other ways.
I mean, they're efficient in the processing.
Right.
But I guess it's just I mean, when you go to the Tokyo office, there's so many people there. And I've never been to the Saitama office where I've seen. Supposedly, there are times where it's insanely crowded, but I've never seen it. And luckily, I've always been handled very quickly, and they usually process my stuff quickly there as well. Although once in a while they'll ask me for some random document. I'm like, I don't know why they're asking me this, but you got to go, okay. But usually you can mail that. They'll give you a self-addressed non-stamped envelope. for you to go pick up whatever document they want. And then you go to City Hall and you show them the paper. It says they want this document. And City Hall always looks at it and goes, "Nani sore? What is this? I don't know what this is." Your government seems to know. And eventually you get it.
Like one thing I really did want to talk to you about was like you traveling all over Japan, because you've been to a lot of places, right?
It was a lot easier to travel when I was here as a tourist.
Because you don't have a regular job and regular schedule.
I was here to do things. Number one. Number two, the cost of a rail pass, a JR rail pass, was much cheaper back then.
Much cheaper, and you could get it because you're not living here.
Right, and you could get a 14-day rail pass for probably.
Back then it was like $200, right?
For the 14-day, it was like $400.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like $200.
But now it's
7-day.
Oh, 7. Yeah. But for me, 7-day never works because I always need 2 weekends because there's always some events and like. I'm not running around Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going to shows in Osaka.
Right.
It's always this weekend there's a bunch of shows, and then next weekend there's a bunch of shows. But by the time you get to next, yeah.
Right, and back then, Wasamin used to play all over the country.
Yeah.
And it was easy for me because I would have a rail pass to jump on the Shinkansen, and wherever she was,
Here you go.
I could go.
Yeah.
So. Although I've never seen her in Okinawa.
Never, but that's like requires flight.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's performed there multiple times.
Huh?
And I've never seen her in Hokkaido.
Let's go. Oh, never Hokkaido either.
And she's performed there multiple
Hokkaido,
times.
you can take a train, right? There is a train,
but you'd probably be better
it's
flying.
cheaper flying, right?
Right.
Like because it's like a 9,000 yen flight or something like that, or 100.
Probably something like that.
But I think there's like a sleeper night train that's like $400 or some shit.
Something like that. And then there's a Shinkansen now too.
But I mean,
I have no idea how long.
That's at least Ichiman Gosen probably.
Probably
to go all the way up to.
Right, you go under the tunnel under the strait.
Yeah.
So there are places
but
that
you've
I've
never seen
seen
very high north, very south, never.
No, I've seen her all the way down in Kumamoto.
And Kumamoto's where in relation to Kagoshima?
Like very close to Kagoshima.
Okay, so that's basically the bottom of Japan.
And I've seen her, probably the most remote place I ever saw her was Sado Island.
Huh? Sato?
Sado
Island.
But now here's the thing. The concert was canceled. That was going to be
You traveled out there.
We all traveled together.
Yes, you and all the other
and
supporters.
Wasamin.
And
So she had a mini live in Niigata.
Okay, so Niigata.
Okay. And then she was going to have a mini live on the ferry boat.
Right.
And then she was
So then that was to the island.
To the island.
This was recently, in the last couple of years, right?
No. It was...
I remember you saying something about a ferry and something canceled.
7 years ago.
Oh, okay, so it's a while.
And then she was supposed to have a mini live on the island.
Yes.
And then we would all go home.
Uh-huh.
But what happened was all of a sudden a typhoon was due to hit the island.
Uh-huh.
So when we got there, the posters promoting it, which were all over the ferry station, had the Sado Island event crossed out. They didn't tell us. This is how we all learned when we got to the
So
ferry.
the posters still existed. They just crossed out the one little, like, other mini live.
The last mini live, it was just crossed out. That's how we learned. So we all got on the ferry for the mini, and she did the mini live. And what they did as kind of an apology,
Yeah.
they did an autograph anything. So if you did a shamikai,
Yeah.
she would autograph anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of fans carry like all their goods with them just in case this stuff happens.
That's crazy.
But I just had to see her autograph the CD. And then we got to Sado, and half the fans just turned around and got on the next ferry back. but some of us stayed. Wasamin stayed. We had a party at an izakaya, and then all the hotels were telling us to get off the island. They wanted us on the first. They kept telling us to get on the first boat back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in fact, they called me and said the car's ready. Like, I
Yeah.
was still sleeping, but I was packed, and I'm like, all right. So I went back to the ferry, and Wasamin was on the ferry. We were all on the ferry, and we went back, and I luckily the typhoon hit within an hour after I got back into my apartment.
Yeah. So that's the most remote.
Right. As far as going north, I've seen her in Tochigi. She's done stuff up in Sendai and places like that before, but I've just never gone to them. So yeah, to the north, I haven't seen her much. To the south, I've seen her in a million places.
Yeah, south is easier to travel to, right? I mean, there's like Osaka and Nagoya and all the big
Right,
cities.
now some of them, like when she played in like Fukui, I didn't go to any of those. That's a bit of a pain. But anything along the Tokaido Shinkansen,
Yeah.
is easy to go to. So if she goes to Nagoya, if she goes to Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto,
You went down to
Hiroshima.
so you went all the way down to Hiroshima, yeah.
Well, I went down to Kumamoto. I've seen her in Kitakyushu. Like anything down the Shinkansen, I've seen her at, and I've seen her in a few other places too. But yeah, that island one was the most remote one. It's a pretty funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture. I don't know where it is. I have a 2-shot with her where we did the pose from Titanic, the King of the World pose. Pretty funny.
Yeah. So then you just saw her recently too, huh?
Well, this is holiday time, so she always does some sort of Christmas show. She used to do a lot of dinner shows. She doesn't do nearly as many as she used to. Dinner shows are fun because you get a nice meal out of it. Actually, she has done a few over the past couple of years. You know, that whole COVID period, she hardly did anything.
Yeah.
So it just feels like so long. But actually, I've done like 3 dinner events or lunch events with her over the last year or two. So she has another one. I'm not going to it because it's in Kyoto. But I have her birthday party coming up. But she's promoting a new single. So all of a sudden, she's got a bunch of mini lives scheduled. And there are a whole bunch more that aren't scheduled yet, but they're probably going to come towards the end of January, beginning of February. And I'll go to the ones that are not too big a pain to go to. Like she has one coming up by Narita Airport. It costs me over 3,000 yen just to get there on the trains.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'll skip that pre-order of that. Yeah.
So you don't feel obligated to like go to every, like I've always tried to understand like people who get, I don't think it's rabid either, but there's just like a nonsensicalness to everything. Because like for instance, I'll give you an example for Hinari's birthday. Like it was her real birthday, right?
Right.
January 19th or something like that.
It's January 9th. It's the same as my father's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we always talked about that she had the same birthday as my father.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you go and like, it's in a little CD shop, Village Vanguard, and then you buy a CD. Doesn't matter how many you buy. If you buy one, you get one pull, and then they get a number, and the number is your entry number. So if you get one, you're the first one to get in, and you can run to the best spot in the middle. And like
I've seen Festive at Village Vanguard. So.
But the thing is, like all the fans, all the Hinari fans, were sitting there fighting, trying to get number one. So like, oh, you'd go, I got like 40. Okay, that's fine. You want to get like 10 or 12 or 20, just a little bit closer to the stage. Fine, I get it. Right. So they go back and buy another CD. But like, at some point, they had like, 6, 7, 8, 10 like tickets with numbers on them. And they just, I'm the biggest fan, so I want number one. Or I have to, it's her birthday, and like, I have to be number one. And so they're just all like looping the line. And for me, I still don't get that. Like, I still don't understand. Like, why? Like, but it's her birthday today, David. It's her birthday. I was like, yes, but she has a birthday next year, and she had a birthday last year.
So once again,
so
this is something that a couple of fans taught me. I'm gonna say 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and I noticed that many of the biggest fans that would go to Wasamin's event all the time were always in the back. And they said to me, we see her all the time.
Right. Oh, I remember.
We don't need to be in the front row.
Right.
We're going to talk to her anyway afterwards.
They know you by name.
Yeah, we'd much rather have new fans who are excited to see the group. So now after I learned that, and I'm like, I'll sit where I sit. And sometimes I'll get pretty close.
Yeah.
But I'm never...
You're not elbowing people in the front row to be
I don't care.
Yes.
So it always kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit because there are a couple of fans, even in the Wasamin fandom, who I notice are always in the front row. Yeah. Like every time.
Well, it's because they want her, like they need the what's it called? The return of like, hey, I'm here, you see me.
But there are less than 100 people, sometimes less than 50 people.
Yeah.
She's going to see everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the first row doesn't prove that you're a better fan than the person in the fourth row.
Right.
But there are a couple of, there are two fans that I know of that always get all weirded out when they don't get the front row. You can always tell. Because when they get the front row, they sit there looking like pigs in poop, like they're so happy.
Pigs in shit, right?
Right. But when they don't get it, I'll see them sitting towards the back and they just have this angry look on their face. Yeah. And I'm just like, why is it so important for you to be in the front row?
Yeah.
So anytime there's one of those where the priority is based on how early you get there.
Yeah.
They're always number one and number two.
Yeah.
They get there hours early just so they can get number one and number two.
Yeah.
But like I said, you learn things from other fans.
Yeah.
And that made complete sense to me.
Yeah, and it depends on which fans you meet, and like you can really shape how like the fandom is, depending on.
And it's funny because one of those. Actually, right around that same time that they taught me that, I was standing in the back.
Yeah.
And guess who was standing next to me? Wasamin's father and her younger sister.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, they like. Yeah.
But yeah, that made sense. Like, do I think that Wasamin, if I'm standing in the back, is she going to think, oh, Chris isn't much of a fan? Like, he's in the back. Why isn't he in the front row?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I mean I mean, like So you show by like dedication, right? Just being there and following her for so long and being there.
Yeah, right. I
mean, you've known her.
I don't think I have to prove anything.
No, exactly. The thing is, I think when you're young and new to the fandom, there's this like, I want to prove that I belong. It's understandable. Like that's how youth is, right? When you're young, you're just trying to find your place in the world, try to be.
Right.
Like, so you just feel like you have to prove everything.
Yeah, and old guys don't feel like being crushed up against the stage. We'd much rather be in the back.
Oh, well, I still like being crushed up with the other fans.
I don't. Not at all.
But we don't, like, we've been around, like, there's nothing to prove, right? You don't have to, like.
I don't have to prove anything to her.
Exactly. So she knows you, y'all have y'all's. Right. Relationship, and that's between you guys and
right. I mean, the banter that we had when I got chosen to sing the duet with her last.
I really want to see that. You think they have footage?
No, because they weren't filming.
Okay.
Her manager came around at certain times and was taking pictures.
So I could find a picture of that.
No, he doesn't post.
No. But it exists.
If it would be anywhere.
Yeah.
It would be in one of the upcoming Mizaki magazine issues.
Okay. But no, but I could maybe go ask the manager, be like, hey, do you have a picture of Chris I could see when he's singing?
He'd say no. No, sorry. I don't even know that they took a picture of me. But I'm assuming because he was taking pictures periodically through the whole thing. But it was just the banter that we had, and I sit there and she calls number 16, and I sit there and go, Wasamin.
So to clarify, they had a raffle.
Right. So her
This last event.
in her last single, there was a duet on it with the actor from the music video. And when
Ah.
she sang it at the mini live, actually there were two.
Yeah.
And when she sang the songs at the mini live,
The actor's not available.
he's not there, so they would let a fan,
so awesome.
and they had on an uchiwa, they had the
The
lyric.
lyric. Ah, so they had it on an actual physical like uchiwa.
Yeah.
Uchiwa.
Right, had it on one. Had,
Saying,
had
so they had it on
lyrics
the lyrics so you could.
Right. So, and I had told her a couple weeks ago because some fans I don't want to sing.
I don't want to be on stage. It's embarrassing.
Refused.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, I love singing with you.
Yeah.
It's my dream to sing with you. And because I sang with her before.
Yeah.
About 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
It was great. I was so happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's just something fun that, like, who can say they've done something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
So I go, but I may have trouble with the uchiwa.
Yeah.
So I say, so she goes, Chris, come on. And I'm like, Saki-chan demo, tango, muri da to omoimasu. I'm like, it's going to be impossible. I told her, I said, Misaki-chan to issho ni utaitai. She's like, okay, come. So she's like, she wasn't going to take no for an answer from me. And in the beginning, before she had to sing, I was sitting here going, okay, what's this line? And she was like whispering, and this, I'm like, okay. So she was, and then after a while, I was just kind of, every time there was a part I couldn't read, I just go, I knew the melody.
Yeah.
So I just go, sore wa, you know. And I turned and I looked and she just had the biggest smile on her face.
Yeah.
It was so great.
Yeah.
So, and all the fans, because, I watched other people do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, it's like they get, like you can barely hear them.
Yeah.
And then I get in there and they have to turn the mic down because I'm kind of loud.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to, I learned that from being in radio. I know how to project my voice. Like, I'll never forget when we had the karaoke party and I chose to sing Fly Again by Man with a Mission. And the first line I go in and they turn it up because half the fans like, and I'm like, show you no reason. I'm like full on belting and Wasamin dives for the karaoke to turn the microphone down. I'm like, oh God. But yeah, I mean, it's great being a fan of somebody like, even when she was in AKB.
Yeah.
I mean, you had all these fans of Maida and Sashi and Jirina and Reina. And they'd line up in these gigantic lines.
Yeah.
And maybe if they went to every event, those fans, those members would remember them. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they remember some of their more prevalent fans.
Yeah.
But you're one in a sea of thousands.
Yeah, it's diminishing returns. It's
right.
It's high, and then it becomes, well, how psychotic do you want to get in order to get her to remember you, right? It's like, do I want to go see her 100 times? Do I want to like wear some big flamboyant costume that she's like, oh, I remember the crazy guy.
We have a Wasamin fan that does that and annoys the hell out of me.
I remember the first time I saw.
He comes in this flamboyant costume.
I remember for the first time seeing something like that. It was at Barry's Kobo, and we were in line to meet them, and this guy puts on this like metallic, bright, like club shirt, and I just remember like, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I find it amusing. It's interesting, right? But like the reasoning behind it, it's like, okay, you're trying to peacock. You're trying to stand out. To what ends?
I got you beat on that one on Barry's Kobo.
Yeah.
I used to see a guy. I saw him more than once.
Yeah.
He wore this big smock thing with a mock picture of him
and
Momoko. Like in a wedding picture.
Oh, what the?
Huge.
On his... God. Maybe it's the same guy, dude. Maybe he just moved up from the metallic... Because this was in Seattle when they came to Seattle. So maybe he just moved up and was
Yeah,
like, well, I gotta up my game in order to like get her to
Right.
notice me.
The wedding picture.
God.
I don't know. I mean, to me, that kind of
That's a little bit much.
yeah, it goes a bit over the line.
It's okay. Here's the thing. I think there's a line where if you're doing it for comedic purposes, if you're just trying, if you have that kind of relationship with her, and like, hey, this is the crazy thing. Like, I'll go dress up. Like, I have a Peter Pan outfit that I'm
Yeah, I
gonna go.
see. I was wondering what that was.
I have a Peter Pan. I'm gonna wear it to a show tonight. You know, just for fun, like to be funny. You know, and try to get them to laugh. But I mean, at some point, it's like, you know, like, what are you doing, man? Like,
Right.
why are you photoshopping yourself with her in wedding outfit together? Like, what is the purpose of this?
Right,
You know,
right.
one time to get a laugh out of her, okay.
No,
you know?
I saw him wear that more.
That's my point.
I saw Barry's Kobo quite a few times.
But that's my point. If you're going to every show, like, hey, this is my wife.
yeah, my
this
wife.
is my waifu.
This is my wife.
It's like,
Not your wife, my wife.
So, like, what's the point? Why do that? You know.
Right.
But let's talk about like your meeting Wasamin, because you've been following her for 2009. They came to New York. That's when you came across her.
No. Before that.
Before that,
2008.
2008. You just came across it.
I saw one of her first Kenkyusei shows.
Oh, really? Okay, so this was just you going to the theater, and then you noticed
Yeah.
her from the theater. I thought you went to New York on a whim, and then you saw AKB walking around, and that's when you developed like a
Right. Hey, let me get the years straight.
because they came to LA in 2010. They came to
No, it was 2009.
They came to New York the year before, right?
No. They came in 2009.
9, yeah, New
In
York.
the fall.
Yes, and I couldn't
I
go
met
to
her
New York
in,
Comic
I met her
Con.
in the spring
Oh,
of 2009. I didn't, excuse me, I didn't
meet her. You saw, yeah.
I saw her because they were filming the Namida Surprise music video. So a lot of this was back when Senbatsu members actually
We're in the theater.
were in the theater.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them were out to film the music video. So all the Kenkyusei were like in every show.
I still love that about the literal like theater aspect of like, here's the main cast, and then sometimes the cast can't be here, so they get the understudy to come in and like
Right.
fill the roles. And like you said, like they were all out filming, so all the Kenkyusei get their chance. They get to perform in the
And
theater.
she was like in every show because she even had a reputation back then, even though she'd only been performing, because she started performing in March and this was May. So she had been performing at the theater for 2 months. And something just clicked with her, with me.
Yeah, of course. There's always something that catches your eye, like
Right.
just something about the way they dance or they sing or they perform.
Right, and
or-
the smile, and it was the way she danced, and I told her it was the way she was dancing. I go, she had an earnest way of dancing. And, but yeah, I didn't meet her.
Yeah.
But I was like, I love this girl.
Uh-huh.
And then we went to New York.
So you went to New York. I didn't get to go to New York. At that time, I wasn't able to travel like that, and I didn't know anybody in New York. And was Kenny? Did you meet Kenny in New York?
I don't remember when I met Kenny.
Okay, because Kenny lives in New York, but again, at that time, he probably was like 15 years old or something like that. So I don't know if he would have gone. But you went to New York knowing that Wasamin was going to be there.
Yes, she was my reason for going.
Oh, really? I thought you just was like, oh, I'll check out New York Comic Con.
No. I
Okay,
went
so you-
for her. I originally wasn't going to go because Mayton wasn't going to be there because she had been to like when they went to Paris or something. And then I saw Wasamin was on there, which was kind of a surprise. I'm like, well, maybe I'll go and see Wasamin.
Yeah, that's the best,
And
man.
I had a friend.
She was like 16 at the time, and like
No,
go
it was 2009. She would have been 14.
Yeah, and she was like at 14 years old, you're traveling to America, just going to see the world.
Right.
It's amazing.
In the beginning, so what I don't want to go into the whole story of everything that happened at the Javits Center. A million things happened at the Javits Center. But they were walking around, all the lower members were walking around the Javits Center, holding up banners, like, come and see our show. They were promoting.
Yeah, like literal like street work.
And one of them was Wasamin.
Yeah.
And we were following her. And I kept calling at her. And so I was trying to get her attention. And then when we went to the actual concert, I positioned myself so I would be right where she would be, and constantly just cheering for her. In fact, she even comments on it on the AKB digest for that concert, where she talks about fans being right there screaming her name and "I love you, Wasamin." I'm like, that was me. That was me. So yeah, so that's how I became a fan, and then I think it was like the next month I was in Japan, and I went to see Infinity, AKB Kagekidan, the play, and she was in it, and they had all these reviews about how great she was in it, and she was. And at the end of Kagekidan, you got to meet any member of the cast. One. You could pick. And the one cast was Takamina and it was Takamina and Akimoto Sayaka played the male lead, and the other one was Sai and Kashiwagi. Or no, it was Sai and Takamina and Kashiwagi and Akimoto. So on the first show, I'm sitting there going, I'm not a particularly big fan. I saw both casts.
Yeah.
I go, but what? I'm going to meet Wasamin.
Yeah.
And so that was the first time I got to really talk to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I told her, I said, do you remember me from New York? And she lit up like a Christmas tree. She's like, yes, yes. She remembered me because I was standing right in front of her through the whole concert.
So you, in New York, you didn't have a chance to meet them really or talk to them really? Like there was no like signing event or...
There was, and I wasn't going to get into all that.
Oh, that's the Javits Center.
But it
that's
was,
like
but it wasn't...
Typical anime convention.
But Wasamin wasn't part of that.
Ah.
It was only Maida, Takamina, Kojima, Yuko, and Akimoto Sayaka. It was just those five. I think. Maybe Sai was there too. Maybe it was six. I can't remember.
I think maybe because I remember Sai.
She might have been there because for some reason I remember her doing kind of this kind of wrinkle her nose at me thing. And of course, Sayaka always tried to speak English. And that's why I'm so bummed that I lost that thing, because I got Kojima to autograph as Riku from whatever the drama that they were in where they played the male boy band.
Oh, that's right.
And I got her to, I kept calling her Riku. So she signed it as Riku. So yeah, we had that. And that was a whole controversy because there were so many fans there and they only gave like 30 tickets away. And
that's what happened.
I got there at like 4 a.m. And we didn't know where the line was. So we went and we lined up where we thought the line would be. And then the security guard
tells you to move.
They pulled us into the center. And they brought us into a room. And there were about 20 people in there. So that's great.
And then somebody else.
And they said, when it's time, we'll bring you out. And
you'll
be the guys to buy the tickets. Well, when we came out...
There was another line.
There was another line.
Of course. Always anime convention. You never listen to the staff. They don't know what they're doing.
We won. They said, you guys, this is the first line right here. And then they moved everybody who was there lined up back. And all of those people, none of them got a ticket.
Yeah.
So all those people who thought they were first in line got skunked.
Yeah.
But they should have had it for more people. They screwed up the AKB thing at the LA convention as well.
Exactly. Because it was a Q&A in one room, right? We were doing the Q&A, and then like right as the Q&A ended, the autograph session started in the main hall, in the other hall.
Right.
And they were like, everybody, don't run. There's no need to run.
Yeah, everybody ran.
And then, the people who ran got there and got it. The people who didn't run, sorry.
Right.
So
the first night was the same thing because there was another autograph session the first night, and there was this gigantic line, and then they cut it off, and they said, okay, everybody beyond this point, you're not getting in.
Yeah.
And I was behind the 8 ball on both, so I didn't get either one, and I was like, well, screw it, I get to see them in Japan anyway.
I mean,
I was a little bit disappointed.
Of course.
You know who I talked to in New York who came up and talked to me was Akicha and Sashi. Because I actually had a tour T-shirt from Japan on, and they couldn't believe I was wearing a concert shirt from Japan. So they're like, "Oh, you got an AKB concert shirt."
I mean, you can't manufacture those moments, you know. It just has to happen, you know.
Right, but in LA, you know what I did get was that round table where they had a bunch of fans. They did the drawing. It was the first night, and you had to draw to get a ticket to get into it. And I think it was 12 people were going to win, and there were 12 members and 12 people. And
so
you went in, and there were 4 tables,
Mm.
and each one was set up with 3 members and 3 fans. And there were 3 rounds, so you got to go to 3 of the 4 tables. So I did get that. I did win that. So I got to meet most of the members.
Remind me again, you've been on like Japanese TV or like I know Frank has, right? Frank has been on like some
Frank was on that game
trivia show or something like that.
They didn't want me on that show. But they did like some sort of special thing with. They went to my
house, right, to see your pachinko machine.
And my posters and all that stuff.
But that aired or didn't air or
it did air.
It did air.
I didn't see it.
But they followed you and they just wanted to.
Yeah, in fact, they followed me driving home from San Francisco.
Really?
In my convertible with who was in the car with me? I think one of the producers was. They were filming me driving.
This is your AKB, your AKB 48 car.
Yeah, if you look behind.
Oh yeah, the license plate's still there.
Right.
I've ridden in that car, the Wasamobile, right?
Yeah, the Wasamobile. Yeah, so I was on that. I was also on when they were in New York. I got interviewed for that one too. But I think those were the only time in relationship to AKB I've been on a TV show. I've been on TV twice this year.
Oh, really? For like they're like asking about local ordinance.
I was at the Saitama Oktoberfest, and I went the opening day, and there weren't that many people there, and they were trying to interview people. It's pretty funny. I was on a lot. Like, they're interviewing me.
Yeah.
And picture me drinking beer.
So it's not just like a quick, like, hey, this guy's here. Or, hey, nice to meet you.
No,
they actually like.
There's
like an actual.
No,
like,
it's me
segment.
going kampai and the whole thing, and then at the end I'm with the host and we're drinking together. And then I was on TV for Candy Tune. At
the Christmas.
At the Christmas thing, for like a second. But they were panning the fans, and somehow they got a good shot of me. I had no idea. One of my friends said, did you see Candy Tune last night? I saw you on Fuji TV.
Let's talk. Candy. Okay, so how many times did you meet? You okay talking about Vivian, even though you're a Wasamin fan?
Yeah, I don't care.
How many times did you meet Vivian when she was in HKT?
A lot.
A lot. Like,
yeah. I could.
A lot,
I
like
couldn't.
20.
Probably.
So I just remember we went one time. Do you remember when we went?
Because we went. Vivian?
Yeah.
That reminds me of something.
Gosh, Vivian, man, it sucks that you know. The thing about the Vivian thing that's crazy, man, is the fact that like, how popular was she in HKT?
I would say she was middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack, right? She wasn't super. Because going back to my story. So I don't know if you remember this, and you can fact check me on what you remember. We can compare like what we remember. So when we went to go see Vivian, there was a line, right?
Right.
And everybody else's line was moving like super fast. And for some reason, like Vivian's line was like slow as shit. And I was getting kind of annoyed or worried because I had tickets for the next slot. And I'm like, if this slot doesn't finish in time, I might not be able to make it to the next slot.
I do remember that.
And her line was super slow. And I was like, what is going on? Why is it taking? And then like, as we got like to the front of the line, people were like murmuring like, Vivian's playing Junkin with everybody. And just throw rock and you'll win.
Right. Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah.
She's like, throw rock and you'll win. And then like, I remember thinking like, there's no way she's going to, like, no way I'm going to do, I'll be smart and I'll throw paper or something and like, you know, but like, thank goodness I didn't, because you go up there and she, like, sure enough, she was like losing to everybody's junkin
On
so
purpose.
that on purpose, so that you could get extra time, the bonus
Right,
win.
because they had to sign.
Yeah, so she did that on purpose, so
I
that,
remember that.
so that everybody could be a winner, and that's why her line was moving so slow.
You know, another time, she did a thing where even if you lost,
Yeah,
she pretended you won
yeah,
and would
And
give
would
you
just-
the
yeah.
give you the signed thing anyway.
yeah. See, so I don't get like why, because so she leaves HKT, right? She joins. Oh, all of a sudden, this ex HKT member is joining this group called Candy Tune, and early on, like she was kind of like the linchpin, right? Like no one else in the group knew. Like she's the one who had credibility, like coming from a different idol group. But like there were times when I went to go see Vivian in Candy Tune, like her line's empty. Like I could loop it like 20 times, no problem. No problem.
I wish I would have gone, because I would love to talk to
No,
her
it was-
again,
it
'cause
was-
she was always great to
No,
talk
it was
to.
great. But I just, for the life of me, I still to this day do not understand. Like, if you like Vivian, if somebody liked Vivian so much, like, where did all those fans go? Like, they just, like, because she's not an HKT. Because there's girls that I followed that were in some group, like Nijikon, and then now they're like, oh, I'm a solo artist. I'm gonna do my own solo thing, and then just like
90% of the fans leave.
gone.
Well, Wasamin lost a lot of fans.
Yeah, but what I don't. Like, what is this so tied to that original AKB name, and that's why, or what?
I mean, and
Like for me, you know, I don't really do the like I'm following this one girl. You know, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I
so
know.
that's why I don't go. But if I get a chance, eventually I'll make my rounds and find my way back to them. Yeah.
No, I like Vivian.
Yeah.
So,
But
if
now
I
it's,
had a chance to see Vivian again,
yeah.
I would. And when she was in, but I never got into Candy Tune.
Yeah.
I mean, all these
But it's also
girls
hard.
like Kobayashi Ran is in a group called New Feel or something.
Oh, right.
I haven't seen that group.
Yeah.
I have no idea if
No,
they're
because
any
but the problem with those individual group stuff is that like you're not gonna go all the way into Tokyo, go to a Taibon, spend like 3,000, 5,000, maybe even 8,000 yen for like 20 groups, and then you go see the one group.
Right.
You just meet Vivian, and then you dip out.
Right.
Like
and Candy Tunes, they're always like a high price. And the other group, Kurushite,
Yeah.
their stuff's sometimes like 10,000 yen to get in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, forget that.
Yeah.
No, I loved playing with Bibian, and I have some great two shots with Bibian. I have that one of the one where they did the whole sports theme.
Yeah.
And people actually think it's a real picture. It's so amazing the way they did it.
Huh.
Both of us are holding basketballs, like we're about to play basketball together.
Huh.
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah, show it to me,
It's a
man.
great two shot.
Yeah, these are all physical two shots, not like digital or anything.
This was Shamekai.
Okay, so you have it on your. Yeah, send me that stuff. I always.
I
watch this stuff.
copied it. It's on this phone. I can show it to you on this phone. I have one of those selfie ones.
Yeah.
Where we took a selfie together. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's buried somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took a selfie with her. I got the selfie prize.
I'm glad. I'm glad that Cantoon's finally getting. I mean, it sucks because I can't go meet Vivian like whenever I want.
Yeah.
Like the last two trips I haven't been able to meet her. But I mean, they don't even do. I don't even think they do two shots anymore because just too many people would be lined up, you know. But
Right.
but yeah, man, I'm glad to see her like getting this kind of success. Like you know, it's partly because of the viral song, but
Yeah, I mean, I like her, and I still follow her on Twitter X.
yeah,
I still follow a lot of those members. I follow Tani,
yeah,
but I'm not going to go see. I don't even know what Tani's doing. I mean, she posts, so she must be active doing something.
yeah.
Yeah, because I just got a notification from Tani. I was like, wow, that's the first time I've gotten one from her in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still like those members.
Yeah.
But I'm not following them. I'm not going to go to everything they do. Who's the other girl that I really like? Yakata Miki.
Oh,
And now she's a
Yakata.
DJ.
Is she?
Yeah.
Huh.
And
I
I'm
didn't know. I'd go see Miki. Miki's one of the few ones that I got a two shot with. Because when I wanted to do two shots back then, this was right before the Saw thing. That was the time I went to go do two shots, and like all the popular members were all sold out. You know, so I just all the stuff I won was with like lower tier members, you know.
The funniest thing about Mickey, and I didn't know it at the time, was whenever foreigners went to see Mickey, she'd be shouting like these random sentences at you.
Yeah.
And she always did the same sentences.
Ah.
And I didn't realize until later,
Yeah.
when I finally got a copy of Sunshine Junior High School English textbook,
Ah.
I go, this is what she was saying.
So straight out of the textbook.
It was straight out of the textbook.
And because that's the only English she knew.
Right.
That's funny.
But Mickey was great.
Yeah. She went, I think she went to the same high school as Sashi. They're both from Oita. I think they even went to the same high school.
Really?
Yeah, but Sashi is like older, so.
Well, who did Tani go to school with? Oh, the funny one that ended up transferring
Murashige?
to
Oh.
AKB from HKT. Why am I forgetting her name?
The funny, not Murashige. Not the
Not
Russian.
Murashige. Chiori.
Ah,
I think Chiori and Tani went to the same school. And I believe Wasamin and Fuji went to the same school.
Fuji, I wonder if she's the one with the Yakuza-looking father, right?
Right. Well, who was the other one that had a Yakuza-looking father?
I think it might have been Kobayashi. It might have been Kobayashi Kana. Because I remember...
Right, so you were talking about when...
Man, those were the best times.
treating the way to act around fans.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the whole backstage thing.
Yeah.
And now back when they did the original two-shot event, the Shamekai event for Sakura no Shiori single. Yeah, I think that was it.
Sakura no Shori, this is really, really early, right?
It's 2010.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you went to that.
I did.
Okay.
Now, the way they worked it, because the exit lane, so when you went out the exit, so you went in and then you went out the back and then there was like a walking area. And they even did this in early handshakes. But that walking area was the same walking area that the members used to go in and out of backstage. So we were literally walking. Crossing paths or walking.
And this was when they started, where they were pretty big too. Like, this is not just like nobody.
They were already starting to be pretty big. But I remember, I had learned the etiquette already. So I already knew how to play it cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't like I was seeing Wasamin back there. But I saw like Matsubara.
Yeah.
And she's like, hello,
Yeah.
cordial.
Yeah.
But the one who acted all freaked out when any fan, especially me, got near her was Kobayashi Kana.
Oh, really? Oh, freaked out in that way.
Yeah, like freaked out in a bad way. Get away from me.
Yeah, Kobayashi. It's interesting, man, because like when I remember Kobayashi, like watching her, like remember they had those self-introduction videos early on, and she had like a very like nice, cute, she's black hair. I'm on the tennis team,
Right.
But then like as I got to know her more, I'm like, this girl's kind of like she's kind of weird. She's kind of different,
Right. My favorite. I wish those probably not even on YouTube anymore, but Oe Tomomi's from Team A.
Oh yeah, was she about Hot Pot?
Her introduction video. No, the one where she does the whole thing where it's like a drama where she's trying to get away, and then it's a fight between her dog and a stuffed animal.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about, but it's really poorly edited, right? They're like sorry for the editing,
but it's funny.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, okay, so maybe the Hot Pot is Mariko. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the whole thing with the fight between the stuffed animal and her dog, and then the whole thing about how she got a good score on her English test, and it's pretty funny.
And those were the days, dude. I remember the old days, just watching the stages at home on my computer. Like it's like a whole nother world away, Like, and I knew all the stages and all the songs, and like which member played with.
Right.
I really wish I could. Yeah, I applied for a couple theater shows this time, but didn't get in.
You created a new account for that?
No, they have like Zyko. It's like a different like system.
Right.
But I mean, I've had a Zyko for a while, so because of other like Deer Stage uses that. So
Oh, okay.
I've been to a couple Deer Stage things.
I've only applied once on that system.
Yeah.
And I didn't win.
Yeah.
Or maybe I played twice and I got cancel machi.
Yeah.
And I
But
said,
they'll-
screw it, I didn't
I think
go.
they'll sell you like a ticket to stand outside and watch it from outside. Like I guess on the monitors.
It used
like
to be
15.
free. I'm not going to pay for that.
Yeah, it's like 1,400 yen.
That used to be nothing.
Yeah. So. But yeah.
Now they're charging for you to stand in the lobby outside the show.
But I think you have to win it too.
You have to win.
I think so. I think it's random. I think it's draw. So.
Wow.
But yeah, like I
Rip
would have
off the Hicks. Why don't you?
So here's the thing. I would have applied for more shows this trip, except one, I would want to see the new stage, and the new stage was only a couple certain days, and then like my schedule is packed the last couple weeks, so it's like if I won that, I would feel obligated to go versus like meeting with friends and stuff. So
Yeah, see, I budget myself with that stuff now, and
that's great.
I always say that, with the exception of Wasamin, I've kind of graduated.
yeah,
Yeah, occasionally I'll go see something.
if I was living here, I would have gone to see it at least once since this theater still opened. Reopened.
Yeah, but for me to go to the theater, I gotta go. I don't live in Tokyo. I mean, so I got to go all the way down to Tokyo, and then you got to buy a ticket. You know, it becomes kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And to me, who am I going? See, to me, the whole allure of the theater show was the members back in the old days. I mean, were kind of legendary. So to see members like Maida or Takamina or Yuko and people like that, and even some of the original members that weren't that popular, was really like amazing. Like if I won an SKE show and I got to see like Takayanagi, Churi, I'd be like, oh man, wow, I'm seeing her in person. Now I'm like, I don't even know who I'd want to see at the theater.
I mean, it's true.
I don't know most of the members.
No, I don't know any of the members. I know like
So to me, going to the theater now would be no different than going to like a Twin Box Garage and seeing some, half-assed idol group.
Okay, so that's a perfect point. But that's the whole point, then, right? Because I can just go to Twin Box tonight if I want to, or if I don't want to, or if I'm in Akihabara or whatever. I don't have to go online and.
Right. I would have the same experience of the members of AKB today as I would to some little group that's been around for 6 months that has 10 fans.
Sure.
At Twin Box.
Right. And those fans will remember, like those will remember.
Right.
You.
You don't have to go through the whole applying to see the show and hopefully you win and all this. Not you just walk in, pay, go in. Oh, it's a 1 coin show. Oh, awesome. You know.
Yeah. And just have like the same experience, if not better, because you have like.
Right. So you keep out. Let's apply for a show, and that's why I kind of meet it with a bunch of disinterest because
No, I mean, I understand.
there's no value in it to me. I mean, I can't think of any member of maybe Akiyoshi that I'd really care about seeing. But Akiyoshi's in Hakata, so and I'm definitely not going to invest in that trip.
Yeah. And you have to apply for those too, I'm assuming.
Sure.
So you don't even know, like, if you win, then it's like, okay, well, I got to get down there.
She's in plays and stuff too. She does a lot of outside stuff, but it's all down in Kyushu.
Yeah.
So, and half the stuff that Mickey does is in Nagoya.
That's true.
So it's just it's not worth the effort. You know, even Hinari, I wouldn't mind seeing Hinari again.
She's back. You got a couple more months before she leaves again.
Is there a new single coming out where they're doing a bunch of Village Vanguard shows?
I don't think so. She's basically here because 2 of the members are leaving, and 1 just left, so she's just kind of like bolstering them.
She's blue now.
Green.
Well, she's green.
She's green now. I saw her yesterday, actually. She's funny.
No, I like her. I mean, she's about to turn 30.
She's definitely she's 30 already.
No, she's 30.
Really?
She's exactly a year younger than Wasamin.
Oh, really?
Wasamin's going to turn 31.
Oh.
So Hinari's going to turn 30.
Huh. In January. Real quick, I don't want to keep. We're going pretty long, but you want to talk about the bungee event or just like some
I didn't go.
events like that? Yeah, but I want to talk about
you're talking about,
I remember. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Wasamin went bungee jumping, and you could, as a fan, you could go and watch.
You could actually participate in. But I have.
That's awesome to me. That's so cool.
No.
That picture of Wasamin like burnt, like her body like
ragdolling.
That's like the coolest thing to me. But I remember I was like, you went, right? And you were like, no, I could go. There's no way I could go. I remember you.
No, I'd freak out because
Yeah.
I'd be too worried that something would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been. The bus tours are great. I've done amazing things with her on bus tours.
Yeah.
But I haven't been to the last couple bus tours. Number one, it's a real pain in the ass because you have to deal with a travel company, a tour company, and you have to fill out all these forms, and then you have to go to I think it's HSBC and pay. It's a real pain.
But those are the ones that are usually tied with like ryokans or what? Because you've been to like ryokan ones too, right?
What do you mean?
Like those family inns where like it's very traditional tatami rooms and stuff like that. I thought
With her?
Yeah, I thought you remember you telling me she had some event at some.
She did, but I wasn't in America. I was in America at the time. I wanted to go to.
But
that.
you go and she like it's in one of those big like tatami rooms and she's just like singing.
She had an onsen event, but I didn't go.
But you said bus tours. What do you do usually on the bus tour?
Usually there were a few things. So on the first one that I went to, we went to the Mikasa, the ship Mikasa, the retired battleship Mikasa.
Oh, really?
We toured the boat, which
it
wasn't my first time touring the boat. I'd actually been to it before. But she would stamp there was a Mikasa stamp. She would stamp your program. You're basically there to take pictures with her. And then we went to Chinatown, and we had a big Chinese lunch. But part of the Chinese lunch was we got to make our own the buns, the meat buns, and our own gyoza. So we were all taking lessons on making gyoza.
Really? So it's like really, really involved, huh?
Yeah, but then we got a full lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to eat our own gyoza and meat.
But I mean, like it's not like you're just like walking in and like watching people do it.
No, we were all.
Like she's actually making it too.
We were all in a private room, and she was making it at the front of the room while we were making them. And then we had shopping time in Chinatown. And then at the end, we went to a shrine to pray for her success on whatever single was coming out. The second one we went to further to the south. Why is the name escaping me? Not Odawara, past Odawara. And we went, first we went to a bridge, this huge, this like famous bridge, and we walked across the bridge together. And then we bought these little good luck charms, and you're supposed to write wishes on them, and you throw them off the bridge. Mishima Sky Bridge, I think. And then we went to some restaurant. We had this Japanese bento lunch, which was really nice. That's where I got the unagi cola.
Unagi cola.
Yes. And then we went to, I think the third stop was when we went to we always go to a shrine to pray for her. And for her success. And then at the end we went to a green tea field and we did tea picking. Which was a lot of fun. Although I had no idea what I was doing. And I was just picking random stuff. They're looking at my, they're like, none of that is tea. You're like picking weeds. So eventually they emptied my bag and like all the other fans were like
here you go.
Here you go.
Take some of mine.
Take some of mine.
But see, that's the cool thing, man. This is the experience. It's the like, you know, like you don't know what you're doing, but you just go and you learn more stuff by doing it. And
right.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so she's done a whole bunch of bus tours, but there have been times where I haven't been here for them, and then, like I said, the bungee jump I wanted nothing to do with. You know, like it's funny because they at one of her concerts, they had a VTR of her skydiving, and I mean I'm at the concert,
So she's okay.
so I know she's okay.
Yeah.
But I was still my hands were sweaty.
Yeah.
Watching her skydive.
Yeah.
She likes doing stuff like that, but I don't want the principal of my school. Hey, you want to go skydiving? I'm like, Moody, never. You should do challenges like that. I go, yeah, I'll do challenges, but I'm never skydiving. Never. Not interested at all.
Yeah.
So, but she likes that stuff. But yeah, that's the point. My palms got sweaty just watching her skydive on this VTR. I'm like, I hope she survives. Well, I mean, she's here.
Oh, man. Yeah. Let me check my notes and see if there's anything else I was trying to cover. Oh, yeah, man. I guess, yeah. I guess always I want to say, like, thank you, man. Like, that one time, that's how we knew each other online? I think I knew you you as the Chuodori guy.
Right.
Because you had a blog.
And you had that video show that you used to do.
The NSK thing?
Right.
Yeah.
And I knew you from there. Where we actually first met, I don't know. Was it in LA? Maybe.
No, I think
I mean, because
we may have passed by each other a few times, but I don't think I ever really talked to you until I came to visit San Francisco that one time. That's the time for sure that you and I became friends.
Was that the first time, or there was that time where we watched Sosenkyo out in East LA, and we were driving around looking for Game Stops because you were looking for some game?
Dude,
something?
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember that at all. Then the GameStop thing, I don't remember.
I remember Carrie was there. There were a bunch of fans, and we went out to eat.
It was a Sosenkyo.
And then it was like an all night party at somebody's house.
It was probably what's his name's? I was gonna say Tony, but his name's not Tony. I know which. No.
But we hung out at that.
Ah, okay. But do you remember what year it was? Who won?
I don't. All I remember is that every time we weren't allowed to talk when Paru was doing her speech.
Paru.
We all got scolded.
Man.
Because Paru was speaking.
I wonder what she's doing. You saw recently she came out, she's like, oh, it was just all an act. I wasn't really salty. It was just for the cameras. It's like, I don't know if I believe that, dude. I think it was like maybe buttered up more, but I think that's partly she's just like
they were capitalizing on her awkwardness.
Yeah, she's an awkward girl. She's definitely for sure an awkward girl.
Yeah, no, I don't think the awkwardness was an act.
Yes.
And I think her lack of the gift of gab.
Yes.
That was not an act.
No, for sure. Yeah. I think that's her personality. And that's probably, for sure.
So they decided.
You can't hide that.
They decided to make her salty.
Yeah, just ramp it up, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then everybody got into this whole like, well, I want to be the one that like gets her to break, and I can go see her and she'll smile or something like that.
She smiled when I saw her. But I only saw her once. Because I kept calling her Paru-san from the that TV show Saturday Night Child Machine.
No clue.
There was a Team B TV show. And she used to do this segment on it called Paru-san. And it was her with some guy dressed as a bear.
No clue.
And they would give her some instruction to make some sort of homemade toy. And she never made it right. She always did it completely wrong.
Yeah.
And then the bear it was a toy as a present for the bear.
Yeah.
And the bear was like always trying to use the toy, but it didn't work.
Cool. Yeah.
And I loved Paru-san.
Maybe I could go. I mean, I'm interested in looking it up. Like, it's so funny.
I have it.
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Send it to me or let me know where I can.
I have it on a thumb drive.
Dude, it's.
I wonder if you could find some. I think there's some of them on YouTube.
Maybe probably, but I mean, It's funny how all this, there's so much content.
Yeah,
And
because
like,
Wasamin was on that show.
huh.
So I was always interested in the show. But yeah, Paru-san. But yeah, the one I only ever met her at a handshake event once.
Yeah.
And she was pleasant. I mean, she wasn't talkative,
Yeah.
and she didn't. It wasn't like she had a huge grin on her face, but she smiled.
Yeah. I mean, they were cordial, right?
Yeah, she was being cordial.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So it made you wonder, like, what are these jagoffs doing that
That are pissing her
that
off.
are pissing her off?
Yeah.
You know.
But it was part of the act too, right? It's like if I go, then I got to put this dirty face on because this guy's dressed as a banana, and now so it looks like a good picture.
Right, and Maida was always victimized by that stuff too. And Maida was pleasant enough. I learned something about Maida, and it made actually I dreamed this up, and I'm pretty sure I was right. In the beginning, Maida was like huge lines. And she'd be like the whole day. She never got a break.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And then people would take those 2 shots. I'm sure you saw them back in the day where she'd be look like this.
Yeah.
Like she was about to pass out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You need to see her in the morning.
Yeah.
And you need to line up early.
Yeah.
So you're one of the first.
First
so
one.
she's fresh.
Yeah.
She's in a good mood. She's ready.
I always try.
Not 12 hours later.
Yeah,
but she's ready
slot 7 or something.
Die.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, I was always like, I'm gonna get her the first couple slots.
And I saw her every time in the first slot, and I would line up for her first, and she was always nice.
Yeah.
She was never dead. She was never rolling her eyes. She was bright. She was fine. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, sometimes you kind of have to take, just kind of
You gotta be
life
smart about it.
into account.
No. So you gotta be smart about it. What else? Do we have something? Yeah. Oh, but that's what I was gonna say. So I remember the time when we really became friends was when I came to visit for J-Pop Summit in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And you opened
But we were already friends. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you wouldn't have called me and said,
No.
"Hey, can I come stay at your house?"
I might, maybe. I'm pretty.
And there was another person. It was
Kenny.
There was another one.
Huh? Really? I thought it was just you, me, and Kenny.
Somebody else.
Because we sat in your car. Or your car is only 2-seater.
No, I made you rent a car.
Oh, did you? Did I? Golly, I don't remember any of this.
You rented a car.
I don't remember any of this. But yeah, I mean, I always appreciated you opening up your place to us and letting us stay with you. And
I had a huge place.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but still, I mean, inviting strangers off the internet is not something that everybody should do.
But I knew you already, and I'm pretty sure I knew Kenny already.
Yeah, Kenny's.
I can't remember who the 4th person was, but I'm almost positive there was another person along with us. Yeah, because I had a bad experience with meeting a fan online
early
on.
Yeah.
And it kind of put me off of meeting fans.
No, I've brought in some fans to shows, and then they just act weird, or they start recording. You're like, don't do that, dude.
Yeah, I had a guy. He starts giving me all these conspiracy theories, and I was like, oh, who is this nut job?
And now you're like, oh God, he's staying at my house.
No, he didn't stay at my house. I met him in Japan the first time. The time I went to see AKB, and then I went with him to all those morning Musume concerts.
Yeah.
And then he had this whole theory about conspiracies by the American government to prevent Hello Project from coming to America.
There's a guy I met on the internet like that, dude. And I was talking to him, and we were friends. He was always like, oh, Dave, senpai. Oh, I mean, I'm like, dude, just, call me senpai. Just, it's just like, let's just be friends. Let's be equals. Oh, but you're the one who is actually doing it, David. You've been to Japan. You've seen these. You're living the life.
Well,
and
I know who you're talking.
No, exactly.
And that's a different person.
So how the fallout with me and him was that he kept why doesn't AKB do this? Why couldn't they? If they don't want to be successful, they should do this. They should put this person in the center. I'm like, dude, take yourself out of it, man. You're getting too invested in the fact that AKB is not the #1 group in the world anymore, and that these K-pop groups are, just chill. AKB is AKB. Enjoy them if you enjoy them. If you don't enjoy them, go enjoy your K-pop. Fine. Right. But he just could not get over the fact that why doesn't AKB want to make money? Why don't they want to be all they would have to do is put this Ogura Yuri in the front, make K-pop theme songs, and they would be the #1 smash hit group again. And I'm like, but maybe that's not what they want to do. You know, they don't want. Maybe AKB shouldn't be K-pop, right? Maybe they just let them make the thing that they want to make.
Yeah, they do what they do.
Do what they do, right? If I'm a taco restaurant, I'm not suddenly serving, whatever, because it's popular now, right?
Yeah,
But he just could not let it go. And then like he had all this praise for me, like, David, you're the one, you're my Ocean Man, you're my senpai. I look up to you. And then as soon as I like push back on him on like, he's like, yeah, we can't. I like, you don't understand me. Like, he literally said, I'm a rebel. I'm a free thinker. Like, that's the difference. I guess we weren't supposed to be friends because blah blah blah.
I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel.
He literally said,
get involved with a guy like me.
What did he say? He said, I think he said, maybe he didn't use the word rebel or outsider, but he used that like I'm a trailblazer or something. I'm like, okay, like, weren't you just praising me for having to go to Japan and doing all these things, and now all of a sudden, because I don't like support your AKB theory, like,
right,
like,
I can't be friends with you.
Yeah, we can't be friends.
Right. Yeah, this guy, he had all these conspiracies, and then he wanted to go to the Hello Project office.
And just like knock on the door.
And he was like, basically, I don't know what his plan was.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he did it or not. He said he was going to do it, and he's like, hey, you want to come with me? I'm like, no. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
And then, we in LA, when AKB was in LA, I was having dinner with some people, and he just walked into the restaurant, sat down with us. I'm like, oh, God. And I just tried to avoid him the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really bad experience, because the first time I started talking to this guy, I'm like, God, who is... Immediately, all this nonsense starts coming out.
Yeah.
I met him on Hello Online.
I mean, it's the mixed bag of it's just people, right? Like, it's a mixed bag. You're gonna run into the more people you run into, the more chance you're gonna run into certain people.
Oh yeah, no, I met a friend from Fantasy Football, and I went over to his house, and I almost died when I walked in.
What died is in like the smell.
No. The Rebel memorabilia.
Oh.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, that's a good point though. Like, sports, like football, there's the crazy people in sports and football, man, but it's just so much more mainstream that it's like, like some fight broke out at Dodger Stadium, whatever, it's okay. I mean, it happens, But like, two Idol fans fight about tickets, and like these Idol fans are so crazy, they're so terrible.
Right, but you're right when going back to the whole thing you were mentioning. Do they really need to loop the line so many times trying to get that #1? Are they really have to somehow prove that somehow that by being closer to the stage, that means they're a better fan than the people behind them?
Yeah,
that makes
more
sense.
Legitimacy, or more,
sense.
or they spend more money. It's real quick. We should probably wrap this up, but you remember. So the early AKB foreign fandom was kind of shaped by like the wrong people, right? Because everybody wanted to meet the members, right? Everybody wanted to go to Japan. Everybody wanted, so the legitimacy was tied to, have you been to Japan? Have you gone to meet AKB? Do the AKB members remember you? Like, that's, as a foreign fan, that's pretty much like, oh, they must be doing something right because Sashi remembers me, or so-and-so remembers me. So then, like, there's this mad, like, nuclear arms race to, like, let me buy as many tickets as possible, go big or go home, so that they'll, like, remember me,
Right. What they would do, I used to say, they're trying to stuff, like, 5 years of Oshiing a member into one handshake event.
Yeah. Not even one Japan trip. Because the handshake events, they were going on all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, what are you gonna do with like 40 tickets? You don't speak the language. What are you gonna say 40 times, looping the line? Like,
Right.
you know?
Or using 5 at a time. You're going to sit there and stare at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of weirdness going on in the fandom there because you had the people going to Japan.
Yeah.
A lot. You had the people going to Japan once.
Yeah.
And then you had the people that didn't go to Japan who were pissed off at the people who did.
Yeah. A lot of jealousy. And it's understandable too, a little bit, you know? Like, I understand where it comes from. But it was just like the foreign fandom was just such a interesting mashup of just like different people from different walks of life at different points. Like, I still feel it now.
I met some pretty cool fans.
No, sure, I did too.
Nice people, but I also met people that I'd never want to see again.
So I'm glad that we've been able to continually meet up, you know, once or twice a year.
Yeah, no, I love when you come. I know you're always busy.
Yeah, it's true.
But I understand that about you, and I'm cool with it. You know, if you make time for me.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, like,
and you're one of the few people, I could count on one hand, that will come up to see me.
Yeah.
Everybody else expects me to go.
No, sure, and I understand, dude. It's a long trip, like from Okinawa.
It's not short.
Yeah.
And
but
then
you have no other reason.
Then when I leave at night, I got to be on some crowded ass train when I'm already tired.
No, so coming up here this morning, perfect. Because everybody's going in town, right?
Right.
So coming up, as soon as I left Shinjuku, like all the people are off, just sit down and just chill.
Yeah, when I go to Tokyo this afternoon, it'll be fine. The train's not going to be that crowded.
Yeah.
But the train's coming up.
Back, everybody's trying to go home.
Right.
And then depending on where you are in the line of like it'll slowly start emptying as it gets to the end of the line, you know.
Right. When I come up here, I mean, the pinnacle of being packed is at Omiya.
Oh, and then everybody gets off.
After Omiya, well, nobody gets off at Miyahara.
Yeah.
But then Agio, a whole ton of people get off. And all of a sudden, you can breathe again.
But at the point, you're literally home. So
I'm practically
you
home.
can walk home.
I'm 6 minutes. Yeah, I could. It would be 45 minutes.
So there's no point. It's like, who cares?
I could walk home from Agio Station. It'd be 45 minutes.
It's such an interest. The train stuff is so interesting to me. I remember when I used to stay with Anthony, like, the line started at Ikebukuro. So, like, it would be packed to the freaking gills, man. And if it was a rapid that skipped, like, the first couple stops, like, it would be even more packed. And, like, last train, 12:30 at night, you're dog tired from walking around all day, and you got to pack into a train with everybody else, and you're like, oh my God, I just want to die, dude.
And then what I would do is I would get a green card ticket, because to me, the hour-long ride that it is,
you could sit down.
It's worth it to spend the extra 750 yen.
Yeah.
But on like a Friday night at 9-10 o'clock, you can't get a seat in the green car.
Yeah.
Not only are all the seats filled, but there's like 10 people waiting for a seat.
Man.
So it almost becomes not worth
it. Yeah.
Especially at Ikebukuro. At Shinjuku, you have a fighting chance of getting a seat.
Yeah, but once you've hit those two stations,
But once it gets loaded, everybody loads on at Shinjuku, and then when it comes to Ikebukuro,
it's like,
forget it.
Yeah. That's so funny.
All right.
Well, thanks so much.
No problem.
You got to show me that Vivian picture in a second, though.
I will. You want to see it now?
Yeah, sure. I can see it now. Maybe should I cut? You want to do some sort of Jiko Shokai or something? Or like should we say goodbye? Or
if you want, whatever you want.
No, it's up to you.
It's your video.
Well, I've never been good at planning these kind of things. I'm just